How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we're checking out Channel 4's Would You Rather today, and it is, would you rather be black or white? So this is going to be an interesting one. I mean, in terms of would you rather, I mean, all I know is that I am white. I'm not really bothered what colour I am. I mean, I'm white, so I'd like to stay white. I think if we woke up tomorrow morning and my missus rolled over and I was black, she'd be a bit shocked. But yeah, so let's just check this out, see what's going on.
Out of their comfort zone to have the conversation about white privilege, then
Do you rap about it?
I don't rap about white privilege.
You should. I'd most rather definitely be black, but no shade to anyone that's white, of course.
I don't know if I'd rather be black or white if I had the decision at the start of my life. Maybe I'll have an answer at the end of this conversation.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not,
Right, well, let's just get straight into it.
Into the nitty-gritty.
What do you think the good parts are about being black?
Not to sound that arrogant, but I don't think I would have the rhythm I have, the soul that I have, the food that I eat, the way my mum talks to me, the fact that I can understand a different language.
just for what he said there, I am a big foodie. Like, especially, I don't know where his family originate, but like Caribbean, black, their food, stupid. Like, mate, honestly, they've got some of the most serious food. Anyway, yeah, like, carrying on.
And I feel like if I wasn't black, you know, I wouldn't have that advantage to my life. Our spirit, through generations, we've been through a lot. Our strength, like the way we don't break under tough situations, I think is our strongest advantage. Fortunately, I've been born as a beautiful black man of different colors as well. I actually always haven't been proud of my skin condition, but the older I've got, 100%, I wouldn't be any other way.
Is there good things about being white? We're only filming for a certain amount of time, so I don't think I could list all the advantages of being white in Britain.
Yeah.
But I'm more likely to get the job over someone. I'm less likely to get stopped and searched. I'm less likely to get pulled over in my car. I'm gonna get asked, less questions if I'm trying to get a more.
I get that, yeah, like, I wouldn't say in terms of job, because I don't think we're going that way anymore. Like, I think jobs now is more based on age and experience. So say if I'm 25, I went into a job interview for a job that I was as match qualified as a 40-year-old black man. I think they'd get it, because unless it was a company that was like, we need this guy to be around for 30, 40 years and they're thinking he might retire in 20, he'd definitely get it based on, like, he would have more experience. So I don't think that's so much of an issue anymore. However, yeah, the whole stopped and search thing, pulled over. I've been stopped and searched a lot, but when I was younger, I used to dress very chavvy. So I very much deserved to get stopped and searched, because I'd have suspected me too. And even now, I think again, it's just because I look quite young. But yeah, but no, like, definitely a big issue for the black community is still, like, police issues, like corruption, basically, and that, like, racial profiling. That's the word, isn't it? Yeah.
There is so many benefits to being a white male, or just white.
Yeah.
Like, is it a good thing that I'm going to get this job that I desire to get? Well, yes, essentially, because I want this job. But is it a good thing that I'm going to get it with exactly the same CVs, qualifications?
Possibly less.
Possibly less? No, that's not a good thing. Mm-hmm. Have you ever felt that you haven't got your desired outcome because
of my skin colour?
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
I mean, filmed in London, and London's like a whole other bloody country to the rest of England, honestly. They just do things completely different. So it's very much possible that this is all the case. Where I am right now, absolutely, like, the most qualified person to just get the job. As long as the interview well, of course. Like, say you apply for a manager role and he's got more qualifications than me, but he goes in and is like, yeah, I'm just going to be a complete ball buster, fuck him, I don't care so long as they're doing the work. And I go in and I'm like, well, I'm a team player, I'm going to get stuck in. Then I'd probably get it, because they think, oh, he's going to keep people happy as well. But maybe not. But But like up here, there's definitely equal opportunities. In fact, it's big on equal opportunities, especially in Sheffield. Like it's massive on it. Like they want to have, so, like they are forcing like women and people of like different ethnic backgrounds to apply for jobs because they want to have like, so say like train drivers, there's like a hell of a lot of white male train drivers. They want more women of any colour because they've only got a few. They want more black people to apply because they are desperate to broaden it. So, but like I say, London is pretty fucked up. So I hate London so much. But yeah.
As a black man, you've got to work twice as hard to make it in the same spot. Do you know what I mean? Generally, I feel that if my name was on paper next to your name, without looking at us both, they're gonna choose you, you know, because my name is more, I don't know, black or Asian or whatever.
Yeah.
And that happens across the spectrum to millions of people across the world. I wish that I could feel that comfortability around, you know, authority. I feel like every black person, when they see, you know, those blue and red lights, your stomach goes into your bottom. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. The experiences that I've had aren't great, and I'm still here.
So, have you ever had a thought that you would rather be white or your life would be easier if you were white?
If I was white, yeah, I'd be more comfortable because I've got, like, say, a different protector or a different fucking exterior. It's just skin. Do you understand? Like, I'm proud that I'm still black because no police is gonna shoot me down, no government's gonna shoot me down. I'm gonna have my kids, I'm gonna teach them the right thing, and I'm gonna spread the positive message in my life that I can, and that will leave a legacy. I don't mind about, I wish I was white, I wish things were easier.
Yeah.
Don't dwell. That's me. How do you feel about the fact that you got that natural advantage, even though you may not necessarily even want it or find it fair?
By having white privilege, I feel it is almost, I have to use that in a positive, almost educational way.
Have you?
Me being a musician, being a rapper, and I've managed to build a platform of influence. And
no credit to you for that.
And I am trying to use that in a positive way. I think you need to be able to step out of your comfort zone to feel uncomfortable, to have the conversation about it. Because if nobody steps out of their comfort zone to have the conversation about white privilege, then it just...
Do you rap about it?
I don't rap about white privilege.
You should. I challenge you to try your very hardest to step inside of a black man's head and think about all of the shit that they go through, from the tiniest things to the biggest things.
Yeah, man. Definitely food for thought. I feel optimistic in a sense, in a small way. I feel more optimistic than I previously have done. I think it would be good to write a song about white privilege. I'm trying to use my platform to spread awareness and to try to be positive.
I think I would be more uncomfortable if I was a white guy knowing that black people go through this and I'm doing such little to do anything about it. I understand if you want to be sympathetic, I mean, sure, like words say one thing, but then actions do a whole different thing.
I don't think I can say that I would rather be a different race or rather be somebody.
You see, like, I've said this before, so I think very slowly, which it should be going a lot quicker, is phasing out the whole race thing. Now, the only way you really can do it is it's generational. See, it's how you raise your kids. So for me, like, when it comes to my kids, I don't even point out race. Like, obviously, I won't just point to someone and be like, that's a white person, that's a black person. But essentially, that's kind of like what's happened in the past. Obviously, with racism, like, so 80 years ago, you know, people had kids and they'd be walking around and they might see a black person or, you know, some another like minority group, and they'd say some things, shall we say, some racial comments, some slurs, and you know, laugh about it, and then that kid's growing up thinking, I can say that, that's okay. But as time's gone on, things have improved, even though they don't always look like it, they have improved. Like, so the way I'm teaching my kids now is just be friends with everybody. Like, obviously, unless they're an absolute asshole, but that can be any colour, trust me. So I'm just teaching my kids just you know, I said it before in a previous video, I tried to learn somebody's name, but I weren't sure what it was, and I found it really difficult to say to Ivy, my daughter, like, who's that lady, without saying, because she's the only like black woman there. But I didn't want to be like, who's the black lady, because I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, she is a different colour, because I don't even think she's completely clued up on that. So yeah, like, but it takes everyone to have that kind of outlook of just raise your kids to be accepting of everyone. Because even my generation, like I said, I'm 25. Like, we weren't necessarily we weren't raised on racism, but there was a lot of it around. Definitely a lot of it around. I blame grandparents more than parents. In fact, yeah, definitely just blame grandparents. My parents especially, were obviously and rightfully a lot more accepting. Um, and then obviously there's me, who's got kids now, so I'm doing my bit. I'd like to say I'm finishing the job, and then when my kids are grown up and having kids, they don't even have to teach them anything, because it's just normal. Obviously, there'll be Black History, which is absolutely, yeah, you know, it's like you never want anything to end up repeating, but I'd say, you know, so it's always good to remember and never forget, but I think that's how they need to be brought up, definitely. And like I say, when my kids have kids and so on, they shouldn't even need to say anything about it, because you know, it's just going to be everyone living like amongst each other pretty much. Let's see how this finishes.
Yeah, still I am, because I don't think that's very healthy. I'm not personally ashamed to be white. I don't think that's my burden to carry, but I'm definitely not proud.
Rather be black, 100%. I wouldn't be anything else. I like to be the underdog. Whether it's the harder option, that just makes me want to prove a point in this world further.
See, up here,
I am who I am, you are who you are, and unfortunately, I've been born into a line of more privilege, whether I like it or not. And I think the more people talk about it and acknowledge it as white people, acknowledge their privilege, the better.
I mean, yeah, definitely. That was interesting and I enjoyed that. But like I say, up here we don't really have much of an. Obviously, there's racism wherever you go. But to be fair, I've experienced it. Like, obviously not on that kind of like that awful bullying level, but like when I used to be a conductor, I had a group of young lads give me some shit for being white. As crazy as it sounds. So, like I say, here it's kind of very much mixed. Everyone, if someone's gonna give it, someone's gonna give it. But it's definitely going. But like I say, in terms of job opportunity, things like that, it's very equal up here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this anyway. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you're not already subscribed for the rest of the series.